Ms. Sunita Narayan, Mr. Venkataraman Ramakrishnan, Mr. Sunil Khilnani, distinguished guests, founders, my colleagues, parents, and students. A poet spoke of seeing the world in a grain of sand. A group of highly successful young leaders saw a liberal arts university in their dreams. It was a powerful vision that drew many other people, other successful professionals, outstanding scholars, and eager students. Through this coming together of collective philanthropy, passion, and commitment to make a difference in the theater of higher education in India was born Ashoka University. This convocation, the first for an undergraduate class of the university, is a significant milestone in the fulfillment of a dream. And I welcome all of you to celebrate something unique in Indian higher education, a private university built on philanthropy, dedicated to a wide-ranging liberal education. To move from the realm of dreams to dry as dust statistics, Ashoka has in residence 924 students, including undergraduates and the Young India Fellows. Ashoka is emphatically a residential university. In the coming academic year, beginning in late August, the number of students will increase to touch 1,400. We will also be starting our science program with physics and biology. This is no mean achievement for a university that 3 years ago started its journey with about 130 students. This group of 130 are our heroines and our heroes of this afternoon. Many of you will recall that Ashoka University's initial offering was for a 4-year undergraduate program. Unfortunately, for reasons to do with the regulatory environment within which we have to operate, this was not permissible. So we had to scale down the program to 3 years. But all students were given the option of staying on for a 4th year to pursue further studies. I'm happy to announce that the vast majority of the graduating class, and you will see them on stage very soon, have opted to stay on for the 4th year. I will not be wrong to interpret this decision as their vote of confidence in Ashoka University and its excellent standards of teaching. A top-class university is woefully inadequate without a strong presence in the field of research. With this aim in mind, Ashoka University is also embarking on a PhD program in all subjects from the coming academic year. The new academic calendar will also see the beginning of a master's program in economics. Graduate studies at Ashoka University is poised to grow and become as important as its undergraduate counterpart. Research, I can promise you, in the years to come will emerge as a very important part of Ashoka University. All parents have a special place for their firstborn. Ashoka University has a very soft spot for the program with which it began its journey. This is the Young India Fellowship Program, which was instituted in 2011 when the university was no more than a murmur of hope in the hearts of some people. The program started with 50 fellows. It now has in its 6th year 220 fellows. And this number in the next batch will rise to 300. In about a month's time, this program will have 840 alumni, many of whom have gone on to win top scholarships and honors in some of the best universities of the world, in Oxford, Stanford, Harvard, Yale, and so on. Young India Fellows are eagerly sought by leading employers in the corporate world, and also a number of fellows are doing significant work in the non-profit sector and as entrepreneurs. We are extremely proud and fond of our Young India Fellows, and it is a program to which this university is firmly committed. As you came into the campus, you must have noticed that it is still a work in progress. The campus will be completed by the summer of 2018 and will be able to house 2,500 students in residence. And it will also be able to house more than 100 faculty and administrators. As a university, we want to grow to the size of 8,000 students, and to this end, we are negotiating to buy adjacent plots of land. My brief report on Ashoka University will not be complete without mentioning two more features. One is the composition of the student community here. Students come to Ashoka from all parts of India. Our admissions team travels across the country to attract the best talents. We are also reaching out to areas outside India, and we are happy to say that we do have students from countries in Africa. Not only in terms of regions, but also in terms of social background, Ashoka actively pursues an inclusive policy. We have students here who can in no way be described as being materially privileged. They do have a place in Ashoka because they have one very special privilege. They have an outstanding intelligence and a remarkable curiosity to learn. It is often not noted that more than 50% of the students in Ashoka enjoy from the university some form of financial support. The quantum of support is determined on the basis of parental income. This inclusive aspect of Ashoka is something that we want to celebrate and also reiterate today our commitment to this goal. I touched upon the outstanding faculty at Ashoka. Their scholarly achievements add special plumes to the university. I'd be failing in my duty if I did not mention two very special laurels. Professor Bhaskar Datta was elected the A.L. Nagar Fellow, which is an honor bestowed on an outstanding Indian economist. Last year, the recipient was Dr. Kaushik Basu, who is also a member of the Ashoka community by virtue of being a member of our academic advisory board. The other honor is to a young scholar, Dr. Scott Dixon, who was selected for the Mark Sanders Prize in Metaphysics for the best paper in the subject. Please join me in congratulating Professor Datta and Dr. Dixon. Vice-Chancellors make speeches and earn applause, but the real work of running the university is done by dedicated administrators, passionate teachers, and committed staff. I want to take this opportunity to thank each one of them, from those who keep the campus clean, to those who move the wheels of administration, and our wonderful teachers. All of you contribute to the making of Ashoka. Here too, I would like to single out a few individuals, and I'll be grateful to them if each one of them rise as I speak about them. Vinit Gupta. a founder and trustee who for the last 3 years has worked selflessly as the Pro Vice-Chancellor. No one knows better than I how much the growth and the functioning of Ashoka is the product of Vineet's hard work and often thankless responsibilities. Sachin Sharma, the Registrar of the University, he carries out, ironing out the crinkles of the regulatory framework with an enviable ease. Thank you, Sachin. Dr. Vanita Shastri, the Dean of Undergraduate Program, works relentlessly to meet the needs of the students, and in addition, often has the unpleasant responsibility of maintaining discipline on the campus. And last, because he is not the least, Jonathan Gill Harris. Jonathan Gill Harris, who steps down tomorrow as the Dean of Academic Affairs, the founding Dean of Academic Affairs. Gill, as he is fondly known across the campus, is a very popular figure because he toils tirelessly to make academic excellence the DNA of Ashoka. I bow to all four of you. There are some people in the audience this afternoon who have given selflessly to Ashoka, and having given, have stepped back to let the university run itself. I do not have words to express our gratitude to the founders. Perhaps no such words are necessary. This convocation is the best testimony of what you have done collectively to make this university possible. There is one person whose presence I sorely miss in today's ceremony. This is Professor Andre Bethey, the founding chancellor of the university. He has nurtured this institution from the time it was first conceived. Professor Bethey has been famously described as the wisest man in India. Not only has this university benefited from his wisdom, I too have been personally enriched by his guidance. He has mentored me from the day he appointed me the founding Vice-Chancellor of Ashoka University. Now, when I'm poised to step down as Vice-Chancellor and step into Professor Bethey's shoes, I'm not only profoundly conscious of my own unworthiness to be his successor, but I also regret that he is not here to bless me and the students. This convocation is being held at the cusp of a transition. I've just spoken of one change, and I'll now welcome the new Vice-Chancellor of Ashoka University, Dr. Pratap Bhanu Mehta. Pratap, friends, this is your first glimpse of the university's second Vice-Chancellor. Finally, I come to those who I described earlier as this afternoon's heroines and heroes, our students. What do I say about you and to you? You are our pride and joy. You came to Ashoka when it was nothing but a name. you go out this afternoon as bearers of a tradition that you yourselves have begun. You are now the best ambassadors Ashoka can ever hope to have. You have given me and all of us here the 3 best years of our lives. On a purely personal and sentimental note, and please pardon me for this, to the founders, to my colleagues, and to my students, may I say that it has been an unalloyed privilege to work alongside all of you to build what I know will be very soon India's best university, and in the very near future, one of the best in the world. As a kind of valediction to the graduating class of 2017, I, as the founding and the outgoing Vice-Chancellor, can do no better than echo the words of one of the greatest teachers in modern India, Henry Louis Vivian Desrosiers, who told his students in 1829, and I quote, "Go forth into the world strong in wisdom and in worth. Scatter the seeds of love among mankind. Seek the peace of your fellow creatures, for in their peace you will have peace yourselves." Amen, and thank you.